Is everyone ready?
Yes! If you haven't already heard the good news, then let me tell you that Invincible is all set to return with its 4th season to Prime Video on March 18th. The universe is all set to expand with a lot of new characters coming into play. Some of them might just reshape the world and unleash chaos for Mark Grayson. So, in this video, we're breaking down all the new characters expected to appear in Invincible Season 4, who they are in the comics, their powers and motivations, and how they could reshape the future of the series. Let's begin.
Leave no one alive.
Thragg. Thragg is one of the most important antagonists to be introduced in the Invincible universe. He's the Grand Regent of the Viltrum Empire, the same race that Omni-Man belongs to. Considering that he made his first appearance in Invincible Returns issue number 1, it's surprising that it took Thragg so long to appear on our screens. After the death of the previous emperor, Thragg took control and dedicated himself completely to the Viltrumite mission of conquering the universe. Thragg is the strongest Viltrumite to ever exist and will be a formidable enemy to Invincible. He's one of those villains who feels he's doing good by his people. So even when he destroys planets, he believes he's doing it for the greater good of the Empire. He's a villain who doesn't believe himself to be a villain. The Viltrumites are already powerful, but Thragg surpasses their strength. He possesses unmatched physical power, incredible speed, and a healing ability that allows him to recover quickly from injuries that would kill almost anyone else. In the Invincible Season 4 trailer, Thragg is seen saying, "Leave no one alive." Surely Mark is going to have a hard time this season, considering that Thragg is a bigger challenge than threats like Omni-Man or Conquest. The season is expected to explore Viltrumite culture and their larger galactic ambitions, and Thragg's arrival signals that the story is now ready to confront much bigger threats. While the earlier seasons primarily focused on Mark's personal struggles, family drama, and dangers limited to Earth, Season 4 expands the scale of Invincible dramatically by taking the story into space. This time, Mark has to face enemies far beyond anything he's encountered before. Thragg is going to be voiced by Lee Pace, the same guy who voiced Ronan the Accuser in Guardians of the Galaxy. Tech Jacket, Zach Thompson. Tech Jacket, aka Zach Thompson, has technically already been introduced in the 3rd season of Invincible. He begins as a completely ordinary human teenager. Zach is a high school student living a normal life when he discovers a crashed alien spaceship. Inside the wreckage, he meets a dying alien from a race called the Geldarians, who are known to be physically weak but very intelligent. To survive in the dangerous universe, the Geldarians created a powerful piece of technology called the Tech Jacket, an advanced armor given to members of their race at birth. Before dying, the alien transfers the suit to Zach to save him from the ship's explosion, turning him into a superhero overnight. Unfortunately for Zach, the armor bonds with him, so he can't remove it that easily, and he struggles to balance his normal life with his superhero duties. The Tech Jacket is considered one of the most powerful weapons in the universe because it enhances the wearer's physical abilities to incredible levels. With the help of the suit, Zach gains super strength, flight, extreme durability, energy blasts, and complete protection in space. So now, Zach has the ultimate weapon to fight Viltrumites. Tech Jacket represents the expansion of the story beyond Earth. Zach's story introduces viewers to intergalactic wars and alien species. Because of his strength and connection to alien civilizations, Tech Jacket becomes an important ally to Mark in conflicts that involve powerful empires and galaxy-level dangers. He appears multiple times in the trailer for Season 4, and it goes on to show that he will be one of the most important allies to Mark this season. Dinosaurus, David Anders. If you've been wondering who the big dinosaur in the trailer is, then let me introduce you to Dinosaurus. His real name is David Anders, and he can shapeshift into a T-Rex because Dinosaurus is his alter ego. Similar to Thragg, Dinosaurus doesn't believe himself to be a villain. Dinosaurus genuinely believes he's trying to save humanity, even if his methods involve massive destruction. He's more of an anti-hero in the series, sometimes teaming up with Invincible, and sometimes an enemy to them. David Anders is originally a brilliant human scientist, but he suffers from a dissociative condition that causes him to transform into a powerful humanoid dinosaur whenever he experiences boredom or emotional apathy. This transformation creates an entirely different personality, known as Dinosaurus, a hyper-intelligent but dangerous creature with radical ideas about how the world should be fixed. David Anders himself is calm, remorseful, and deeply disturbed by the destruction caused by his alter ego. He often turns himself into authorities because he knows he cannot control what happens when Dinosaurus takes over. But his dinosaur persona is confident, logical, and convinced that extreme sacrifices are necessary for humanity's long-term survival. Dinosaurus believes that killing thousands today can save millions in the future. Kind of like Thanos. To him, superheroes who simply repair damage or save people are only delaying humanity's collapse instead of solving its deeper problems. Physically, Dinosaurus is incredibly powerful. He possesses superhuman durability, agility, and a healing ability that allows him to recover by shifting between his human and dinosaur forms. Dinosaurus initially works alongside Mark because he believes they share the same goal of saving humanity. He even helps defeat powerful threats when their interests align. However, their partnership slowly falls apart as Mark realizes that Dinosaurus is willing to cross moral lines that heroes shouldn't. Voiced by Matthew Rhys, we find Dinosaurus and Mark fighting in the trailer, so chances are they'll be facing each other as enemies, but we might get a team up in later seasons. Universa. Universa is one of the most interesting new characters to be introduced in Season 4. Mark isn't going to be facing just Thragg, but also Universa. Universa is an alien warrior queen from a distant planet facing a catastrophic energy crisis that threatens the extinction of her entire species. In order to prevent her planet from collapsing, she travels across the universe searching for massive sources of energy that she can absorb and take back home. So she's not evil just for the sake of it. She wants to save her dying world. Her mission eventually brings her to Earth, and she becomes an enemy of Invincible. Universa does not possess any superhuman powers. All of her abilities come from an ancient weapon known as the Staff of Leadership, a sacred artifact she possesses as a ruler. The staff can absorb enormous amounts of energy and release it as devastating blasts. It also enhances her physical strength and grants her the power of flight, allowing her to travel through space. The weapon is uniquely bonded to her, meaning no one else can safely wield it without being overwhelmed by its energy. When Universa arrives on Earth, she immediately targets large energy sources, such as power plants, because she needs an unimaginable amount of power to save her planet. She admits that the energy required can completely drain Earth, and so Mark needs to defeat her to save his planet. But the reason I sympathize with Universa is that she attacks out of necessity, and even shows remorse when she has to kill people. Voiced by Danai Gurira, we see her absorbing lots of energy from Earth in the trailer, putting her directly in a fight with Invincible and Adam Eve. She has a short appearance in the comics, so Universa is likely only going to appear in 1 or 2 episodes of Season 4. Space Racer. Space Racer is a mysterious character in the universe of Invincible. Very little is known about his true origins, his real name, home planet, and species all remain a mystery. But he is a legend. Space Racer is an alien warrior who travels through space on a powerful hoverbike, carrying the Infinity Ray, one of the most powerful weapons in existence. His weapon is capable of destroying nearly anything in its path, including beings as powerful as Viltrumites. He even possesses superhuman durability and strength. He also ages very slowly, and can survive long periods without food or water. Another unique ability he has is a limited form of technopathy, meaning he can mentally summon his weapon, just like Thor can summon Mjolnir with just a thought. Space Racer has already been referenced in Season 2 when Mark finds his father's book, The Man with the Invincible Gun, which was about a gun-wielding alien who can destroy planets with a single blast. Space Racer might be an ally to Mark against Thragg in Season 4. Volcanica. Volcanica, as her name suggests, is able to manipulate magma. Her body is made of molten rocks and magma, and she's also able to command Magmanites, beings made of lava rock that emerge from deep underground and act as her army. Very little is known about her true origin, but her skeleton-like face and flame hair make her look like a demon or an elemental spirit. One of the most important moments involving Volcanica is her connection to Doc Seismic. In the comics, she transforms him into a being similar to herself, granting him volcanic powers and a new magma-based form. This transformation greatly increases Doc Seismic's strength, giving him abilities such as fire manipulation, enhanced durability, and control over underground creatures. We've seen Doc Seismic a few times in the series, however we don't see Doc Seismic in the trailer, so I won't be able to comment whether he'll join her rampage or she'll go it alone. Most likely Volcanica will appear for a few episodes. She'll be a minor antagonist whose presence proves that not all the villains Mark faces in Season 4 will be intergalactic threats. The Earth has some formidable villains too.
It's not who you are, Mark, but trauma like that.
These are some exciting new characters we'll be seeing in Season 4, especially Thragg, who will completely shift the power dynamics of the Invincible universe. The story is no longer just about Mark Grayson learning how to be a hero on Earth, because now the scale has expanded to intergalactic threats. Season 4 promises bigger battles, deeper emotional stakes, and a world that feels more dangerous and unpredictable than ever. I'm super excited for the 4th season, and I can't wait to see how all these characters are brought to life on screen. Let me know in the comments which character you're the most excited to see in Season 4. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.